Hello fellow trading and investing fanatics. Today I'm going to give you an update on my portfolio and most of the stocks that have gone into the portfolio and gone out of the portfolio. So ever since last week, I noticed the Russells hasn't been keeping up with the S&P and the triple Qs. So are the SPACs. So now I thought we were going to get a bull flag on the SPAC, and then we're gonna move up and then maybe break out. But since 2 days ago on Wednesday, we broke down and now we're heading downwards. So after that, I sold off some of the positions, so I don't have PaySafe anymore. So I'm gonna go to the potential plays. I believe PaySafe is here. So PaySafe, I was trying to play the bounce, and then it came up and then it sold off. This is where I sold off the stock, so I'm not holding PaySafe anymore. So I'm going to reduce my risk, and I think I'm taking a $200 or so loss. So anyways, I sold that, and then I also sold off my Aqua Bounty. Now I didn't sell completely, but I did convert it into a lead call. So this will be my risky play that still has, if I lose it all, that's okay. So I'm going to hold that here. And I added the JETS, which is the airline index. So I saw that it is on the support. So let me go to the chart real quick. So on a daily chart, it was on support. I bought it on this day. At 23.57 was my entry point. So I was looking for the bounce into the upper trend line, but apparently it sold off. So it cracked the other day, so I started to hedge and put on my puts. So in the long term, I was hoping it would bounce here and maybe get like a bounce back up to 25.60 area, depending on the time frame. But that's generally where I would like to see it, but obviously it didn't happen, so I bought a put and I sold a covered call to kind of reduce my risk a little bit. We'll see where it goes because it has been selling off for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So usually after a huge sell-off, there's usually a bounce. Now I don't know when we'll see the bounce, but hopefully there will be a bounce. If not, I will continue to use the put to hedge and also keep selling covered calls while it's going against me. So other than that, not much has changed. I hedge all my positions, so I have a lot of puts. All my positions have puts. As you can see, the SPACs and the small index have been beat down. If you look at my portfolio, I'm down about 8% for the month, and 3 months I'm down 12%. So my all is still about 23% up for the year. However, I'm not going to let my portfolio go below 20% because that's the least I will let it go down to. So I will hedge a lot more if we keep going down. And like I said, I bought a lot of puts on almost all of my stocks except for Nano Dimension. So that's pretty much it. I think the overall general market is really weak. If you look at let's look at the NASDAQ first. NASDAQ, actually, it's just a couple of big tech names are doing well, and then the rest aren't really doing that well, which I found really interesting. And we are kind of coming back to the lower trend line, so the NASDAQ and the S&P is okay, but the Russells is extremely weak, and I'm looking to see what happens around this area if we do come down, because today we had a nice run up and then we came crashing down. So that tells me that we're probably heading for a correction, and it's very evident in the small cap, and a lot of them are down. So if we go to the watch list on my potential play, a lot of them are down. So it makes sense. So I'm hedging until we see what happens here, and hopefully we are able to hold this area. If not, then on the weekly, I think we're going to see more downside. And after such a big run, I think there's a good chance we might pull back a lot more. If you look at the monthly, so we close. This is our first selling close. It's quite a hefty sell-off from the top, right? So the Russell's not looking too good. The SPACs are not looking too good. So that's why I have all the puts. So hopefully, this is enough to stop the portfolio from bleeding too much. And I myself am learning how to hedge and figuring out how to reduce the risk. So I'm excited to see how I perform against the market in the coming month. So that's just a quick update. I hope everybody's having a great day, and I'll see you guys later.